Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host, and this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. Oh, yeah. And this time, I want to take a look at this. It's not a comic, but it's comic related, and it's got a comic in it. This is the authorized photo history of TV's original Sheena, Irish McCalla, by Bill Black and Bill Feret. It's a Paragon publication, which is AC Comics. It's from 1992. Now, this is something that Jambo Comics would like if he doesn't already have this book himself. I mean, he probably does. I don't know, but if he doesn't, he would like this. And this is for those of you who don't know, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, of course, long-running comic book, and from the Golden Age, and there was also a TV series. It might be best known for the 1984. Was it 84? I think it was 1984 movie that had. I suddenly can't think of her name. It'll come to me because it shows her in here, and then there were in the late 90s or early 2000s, I can't remember which, there was a short-lived revival TV series of Sheena as well. But this it is about Irish McCalla, and she is the original Sheena. She was born in she from 1928 to 2002, and she was born Nellie Elizabeth, or Irish McCalla. And she's an American model and actress, and from film and TV, best known for the 50s TV series of Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, from 55 and 56. It had one season. She was a pinup model and a Vargas girl. It means she modeled for artist Alberto Vargas, who isn't so well known now, but he was very well known and popular in the 60s and 70s and virtually every issue of Playboy during that time period featured a painting, a pinup type painting of his. His had a very distinctive airbrush style. Had a lot of really nice stuff. But she was later an artist in her own right, selling oil paintings and prints of her work. And she had her work displayed at the Los Angeles Museum of Arts and Science. And she has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And she even has an asteroid named for her. Yeah, that's something not everybody gets, and not every star gets either. Know that, and that doesn't mean she's an asteroid. It just means that she's a star. Okay, and Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, it was a comic book character appearing in American comics, originally published by Fiction House, and she made her first appearance in Jumbo Comics #1 in 1938. And she was the first female hero to appear in comic books. Initially, she was a brutal ruler of a fierce, warlike tribe, and was similar to H. Rider Haggard's She. Now, H. Rider Haggard wrote several adventure novels, mostly set in Africa, and really created the Lost Civilization type genre, which was later picked up and really utilized by Edgar Rice Burroughs. And She is probably his best known. Has had well, second best. Uh, um, um, King Solomon's Mines is probably the best known. They've had several movie versions of that, and at least a couple of movie versions of She. And blah, 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 I can't speak. She soon changed to a female Tarzan type jungle hero. Sheena was produced by the Iger and Eisner studio for Fiction House. That's Jerry Iger and Will Eisner. And Mort Meskin was the first artist to draw her comics adventures, followed by Bob Powell and Robert Hayward Webb. As well as Jumbo Comics, she had her own title, Sheena. The Sheena covers were produced by various artists such as Jack Kamen, Joe Doolan, and Tarzan artist, later he was a Tarzan artist, John Solardo, etc. And, of course, there have been other Sheena runs through the years. Different publishers have gotten the rights. So we'll take a look in here and let you see a little bit of this wonderful actress. I have, I think, 2 DVD sets, so I probably have maybe half of the run. I don't know, probably not. I probably about a dozen episodes on DVD. You can see on the back side of the cover, and this is probably one of the most famous photographs of her as Sheena. Of course, Sheena on TV was never dressed that skimpily. A frontispiece. Beautiful drawing, and it is depicting, of course, Irish as Sheena, and it's just has Ford, Bill Feret, and it just is loaded, jam-packed with photographs of Irish, the early years, and has her background, kind of a brief biography, has some and stuff about her life. Some of the other projects she has worked on. Here she is in a model. It was the Woman's Magazine for Men, Eve. So she's definitely a sexy pinup girl. Here she is being painted by Vargas. True Rules by Vargas. And this is all the 50s. That was stuff. So that's for the 50s. That's some pretty racy stuff. The River Goddesses, which was a movie that she was in. It's just some marvelous stuff. Here we go. This is where I was wanting to get to. Let me get to some of the better quality photographs, photo pages, prints is what I'm trying to say. Here she is again. Very sexy pinup type. Bathing beauty. This is the 50s equivalent of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. And this is here are just very beautiful photographs of her classic beauty. They're just incredibly lovely. Lovely images of her. She was just a very lovely woman, and I love this dress that she's wearing here. It's probably silk. I bet it would be like a pink or a yellow. Hard to say. And yet here she is as Sheena. Here we come to some more Sheena photos. Losing her head there. Too much glare on that paper though. Here we have some slightly less lower quality color, but you don't get the shine. And here's some stuff about some of the other ladies from her time period, and more pictures of her as Sheena, and cover of Adam, which was a men's magazine. So, there she is, Sheena in action. But see, the neat thing is right in the middle we've got some comics. Yes, this is Irish Queen of the Jungle. And go, that's kind of silly. This is written by Bill Black, and remember, Bill Black is one of the main powers behind AC Comics. He does a lot of the art, and he did art for the major publishers, Marvel and DC. See, story by Bill Black, but this particular story was drawn by C. Bradford Gorby. I don't know him at all, and inked by Mark Heike. And I have something going to be showing something about him elsewhere. But here we go, right in the middle of in the story, and in all of these, it portrays Sheena looking like Irish. And this story, the river god, this giant snake, saves the girl, and the villain gets his from the snake, and Sheena is fighting the serpent in the river, heading for the falls, and going over the falls, and she's rescued, and cut. It was all part of the movie. She was starring in a movie. And this I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but other things take place. She has to actually be like Sheena, be the heroine. In real life, a friend gets killed, and she's after. Then she goes out into the jungle to be the queen of the jungle to avenge her murdered friend. And then it has a couple of classic stories. Unfortunately, it doesn't give credit for the creators here. A couple of the golden age stories of Sheena, and it has some marvelous artwork and all these. I don't know who these are. It's not Matt Baker. He did some of this kind of stuff because he was a real good girl artist. And of course, most of these jungle, it was just an excuse to highlight good girl art. And another one. This is lovely too, and she actually looks a lot like Irish McCalla right there. A couple of stories, fun adventure, and then there's a sidebar giving with a history of Sheena in the comics, and then back to more pictures and text about Irish. And then it has an episode guide for the TV series, and just some more pictures. Oh, another magnificent one here. But here she is with Elvis. And some highlights from a movie she was in, She Demons. And Hugh O'Brien from TV's Wyatt Earp. And just other stuff. There's her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And then here she is with pictures of her with other people who are buying her artwork, and it shows some of her artwork, and actually it looks kind of like her. And there is a picture of her. I guess it was from 1984, when she was an older lady then, and still very lovely. And then here she is, Tanya Roberts. That was her name. Here's a still from the Tanya Roberts Sheena movie. And there she also is later in life. So she was a remarkably beautiful and incredibly talented young lady who made her way in the world and did a good job doing that, because she retired from movies after being in some of the stint on other TV series, guest shots, and then she moved away and just kind of retired to do her artwork, in Arizona, which was fine. She did some wonderful stuff. I'd like to see more of her artwork. I'd like to see a book just of her artwork. So that is it for TV's Sheena, Irish McCalla, by Bill Black and Bill Feret. And I hope you enjoyed that. Please like, share, subscribe, and do leave a comment. Have you ever seen this? Have you read any of the Sheena comics? Have you seen any of the episodes from the Sheena TV series, or the movie, or the newer TV series? I've got I haven't even watched it yet. A DVD set that features both the 84 movie and the newer TV series all in one set, which is great. So let me know what you think, and how gorgeous is Irish. And remember, people, comics are art.